I finished a bottle of wine in my hand. The yeast was spicy and the acrid in the throat. I opened my phone to see a picture of me and Flynn hugging each other. I heartbrokenly clicked on his contact number and started texting. "Can we go back?" The phone was silent and unresponsive. I picked up the bottle of wine next to me and took another sip. After a while, my phone vibrated to notify me of an incoming message. I nervously opened it. "I'm Flynn's girlfriend. He's not here right now. Can you wait until he comes back? He will answer your question." I felt like waking up. Flynn's girlfriend? "Hi, I'm Flora. I just broke up with my boyfriend 2 days ago and was shocked to find out that he has a new girlfriend. I can't believe that in 2 days, he was able to find someone else. So I went to Flynn's Instagram and stalked him. Oh my God! Flynn had hidden all posts from me before. And after breaking up with me, he already posted his girlfriend online. Let's see. They had been together 4 months. Does that mean while Flynn and I had broken up yet, they had already fallen in love? Grrr! So I had been fooled all this time without knowing it? Well, last night, I was so overwhelmed with grief and wished to get back with him. It's so frustrating. His new girlfriend was Emma, a petite girl with beautiful braided blonde hair. She looked small and fragile and very weak. It's really different from heaven and earth to me. She was a real green tea. She must have used some kind of trick to seduce Flynn. Then got into a relationship. Huh, the kind of fake woman. I'll teach her a lesson. I started stalking Emma and by coincidence, we lived in the same neighborhood. I smiled smugly, decided to approach Emma for revenge. On a beautiful day, when I was walking on the street, there was a struggle in the alley. I looked in and discovered that there were 2 thugs teasing a girl. The girl looked very scared. Huh? 2 men were bullying a weak girl. I clenched my fist and rushed to kick in one of the guys in the stomach. He was suddenly hit and fell to the ground. The other guy gritted his teeth and looked at me indignantly. He yelled and jumped at me. I jumped up, clamped my legs around his neck, and fell to the ground. I waved my hands and raised my voice to chase them away. Get out! 2 thugs were beaten badly. They scrambled difficultly, glared at me menacingly, and quickly led each other to leave. I turned around and asked if she was okay. But seconds later, I stopped. Wasn't this Emma, my ex's new girlfriend? Emma quickly ran in front of me, chirping her thanks. I just smiled and nodded. Can I invite you for a meal to say thank you for what you did there? I looked at Emma questioningly. Wasn't this a good opportunity for me to approach Emma? And so, I agreed. First contact. Emma was very friendly and enthusiastic. She was naive and asked me to teach her martial arts to defend herself. I looked at her with disdain. Right now, I just wanted to peel her face off to see how she performed. When the waiter brought the food, I purposely flicked my hand so that the plate of food landed on Emma's skirt. But contrary to what I thought, Emma was very calm, did not appear to be serious, and reassured the waiter not to worry. Emma politely asked my permission to go to clean her dress. I was dumbfounded by Emma's actions. This girl was not simple at all. After the meal, we left together. Suddenly, there were 5 thugs rushing out in front of us, including 2 guys that I beat up the morning. They laughed and mocked me for being a girl who liked to poke her nose into other people. Emma nervously pulled my hand back. The thugs rushed up. I also raised my foot to give him a kick. When I was struggling with 2 tall guys, one guy with stick lunged at me. I got hit in the back of the head and then fainted. When I woke up, Emma was beside me, looking at me worriedly. Emma burst into tears, clutching my hand and saying sorry repeatedly. Emma's hands were cold and trembling, and I suddenly felt her sincerity. This action, this word, and even those tears couldn't really be fake. I was silenced and said nothing. I thought I needed time to confirm what kind of person Emma was after all. In the following days, Emma regularly visited and took care of me until I was discharged from the hospital. I had to admit that Emma was very sweet. When she knew that I had lived alone and could not cook, she generously invited me to stay for a meal. Emma personally went to the kitchen, and she cooked and danced happily. It seemed that she was passionate about cooking. After about half an hour, Emma brought in front of me 2 plates of spaghetti and a plate of delicious apple pie. My stomach started to protest violently. I happily enjoy a workmanship. Wow, it's so great! Emma and I gradually became closer. Emma considered me like an older sister in the family. We understood each other's personalities, and I realized that Emma was not fake. She was inherently holy. But I still didn't understand why Emma stepped into my love affair with Flynn. Emma started sharing with me everything, mostly related to her relationship with Flynn. He looks like a liar. He's probably just taken advantage of you.
No, Flynn has been very good to me.
You two are not compatible. You should break up.
Why do you get so excited every time I mention Flynn? He's really cool.
Emma went on to talk about Flynn proudly. Her eyes were filled with hope and faith in a pink love with a happy ending. God, Flynn had never done that to me before.
You know, Flora, he broke up with a girl 2 years ago, but even now, she still wants to get back. How great must he be to make that girl nauseous for 2 years now?
What? Break up 2 years? How dare he say we broke up for so long? Well, in fact, it was only 2 days. So Emma was fooled just like me. That's right. How could this little girl be so cunning that she got into my relationship? So I mistakenly blamed Emma. The person who deserved to be cursed right now was exactly my ex-boyfriend Flynn. He teased me with my feelings, kicked me mercilessly, and even cheated on Emma's little heart. After a long night of excruciating thoughts, I decided to find Flynn to teach him a lesson. Flynn was still the same. He's still handsome with his signature pink hair. When Flynn saw me, he sneered, swaggering.
Yo, I heard you want to get back with me, Flora. It's a pity. I already have a new girlfriend.
I immediately punched him right in the stomach. Flynn was suddenly beaten, clutching his stomach and grimacing. You cheated on me for months before you officially broken up with me. You're a liar and incompetent.
I don't think you can do anything except violence.
I approached Emma and tried to isolate you too.
Flora?
I jumped when I heard Emma's voice behind me. When I turned around, Emma stood staring at me blankly. Her big round eyes were filled with tears, clearly showing her disappointment. I was momentarily worried and felt afraid to face her. Emma pushed me away and rushed over to help Flynn.
Are you okay?
Listen, Emma, he lied to us.
Now I understand why you always say Flynn is no good. You want me to break up with him so you can have a chance to come back, right?
Oh no! Emma, that's not what I meant. I tried to explain, but Emma didn't want to listen. She carried Flynn away and left me. At that time, I felt very heavy and depressed. I felt empty, like I just lost something very important. After that day, Emma no longer contacted me. I also met her a few times in the lobby of the apartment building. But soon, she tried to avoid me. In Emma's eyes now, I was like an evil witch trying to find a way to steal her love. And most of all, maybe she was disappointed because she trusted me so much. I remembered her petite figure when she cooked, the taste of the food she made. I actually wanted to protect her, rather than seek revenge, like I wanted in the first place. But after all, she chose to trust Flynn over me. That day, I was walking on the street when a luxury car passed. In the car was a couple of lovers hugging each other, very intimately. Wait, that pink hair! Isn't that Flynn? Why is he with another girl? Immediately, I bounced off the gear and followed the car. The car clattered in front of a 5-star restaurant. Elegantly, Flynn got out of the car and helped the other girl inside. Very good. His prey this time was a hot girl with cut dresses showing off her curves. The bag in her hand was worth $100. What a lucrative prey. Immediately, I thought of Emma. Was she okay? I hurriedly picked up the phone, but Emma didn't answer. No way. I immediately went to Emma's room and knocked on the door. Emma opened the door. The moment she saw me, she hurriedly closed the door, but I was able to hold it. Wait, Flynn is cheating on you. He flirts and dates a hot girl with a lot of money.
Please, we're very good right now.
He's so miserable. Don't believe him. He'll leave you again the same way he left me.
I trust Flynn very much. Don't try to divide us. Flynn says he doesn't love you anymore. Please leave us in peace.
Emma slammed the door shut. I was stunned. I found myself ridiculous. My story with Flynn was over. Why I was so worried when I found out he had someone else? Obviously, I really hated Flynn, and I didn't have any feelings for him anymore. I realized I cared about Emma more than that bastard. I'm just afraid that she will go through what I went through with that guy. What would she do if she found out that Flynn was always cheating on her? I went back to my room. My mind was full of thoughts. The events made my body so tired. I decided not to pay attention to Flynn and Em anymore. A week later, while I was sleeping in my bed, someone knocked on my door and woke me up. I yawned, lazily walked to the door and opened it. It's Emma. Surprisingly, I hurriedly led her into the house. Emma looked much thinner and more emaciated. Her eyes were puffy and bloodshot like she had been crying all night. I had a feeling that something terrible had happened. I poured a glass of cold water and placed it in front of Emma.
He really betrayed me. I should have believed in you.
Emma showed a picture of Flynn with the other hot girl. Below was a status announcing that they would be getting married soon this September. Grr, bastard! I knew it! Emma trembled and sobbed. I watched her cry, and it was indescribable pain. I quietly sat next to her, hugging her in my arms, patting her head comfortingly. After Emma stopped crying, I steadfastly looked in her eyes. We'll give him a lesson. The weather in September was really pleasing to people. The air was cool and comfortable. By the sea, a grand wedding was taking place with lots of fresh flowers and wine. The priest stood in front of the couple, saying the vows.
Rose, do you take Mr. Flynn as your husband, promising to return faithful, in good times and in bad times, in sickness and in health, to love and respect all life?
Yes, I do.
And Flynn, do you agree to remain faithful in good times and bad, in sickness and in health, to love and respect Miss Rose here for the rest of your life?
Flynn looked at Rose with a satisfied smile. The final step in his plan was almost done. As long as he could marry Rose, he would have a luxurious life for the rest of his life.
I object.
Emma stepped forcefully into the aisle, the guests present watching her in surprise. Flynn was also taken aback, nervously watching Emma. Emma stood in the middle of the stage and said loudly,
Flynn promised to take care of and love me for the rest of my life. Last night, he was still with me and said he loved me very much. He tricked everyone.
Emma held up intimate photos of the two of them. The whole hall erupted in amazement. Rose looked at him uncomfortably.
How's it going, Flynn?
She's a slanderer!
Flynn began to lose his temper. He jumped up and grabbed Emma's arm, swinging his arm around to slap her. Suddenly, Flynn's arm was grabbed and bent backward. Flynn howled in pain. I controlled him, sneered. Me too, right, Flynn? Emma and I stood up. Together, we denounced what he had done and the plan to take over Rose's property. Flynn was undeniably speechless. Rose was furious. throwing the bouquet straight at him.
You bastard!
Flynn was frightened and knelt down begging Rose to forgive, but Rose refused. She immediately called the bodyguards and kicked him out. Flynn looked pathetic right now, but that's what he deserved. I held Emma's hand tightly. We successfully taught him a lesson of a lifetime. You know, even though Flynn is terrible, in the end, I think I should thank him. Because thanks to his promiscuity, I found my true love, Emma. I have to accept one thing. I really love her, and so does Emma. After breaking up Rose and Flynn's wedding together, we became a couple and decided to live together. Emma will cook me delicious meals again, and I will continue to protect my little girl. This is exactly the life I've always dreamed of.